Yo, what's up guys, andthat here, welcome to another video. So, I talk about this a little bit, but like no one ever really, but no one ever does, aside from me. But there's a certain like psychological aspect in playing Shadowverse in which like, if you can get into your opponent's head, like, you can just kind of rattle their cages, you'll make them second guess at everything that they're going to do. And when you perfectly just, like outplay them, like, it's a very, very satisfying feeling. Now for this game, the other part of why I'm uploading this particular game is because this game was versus Neutral Haven and it was as Dragon. Now, a lot of times recently on like not Discord, on Reddit, like, actually, like, literally today, I read a comment from a guy there was a thread talking about how like Dragon's like not as strong as people think it is, or something like that, and that's not true at all. Like, there's a reason why you consistently see a ton of Dragon, like not even just like one or two deck lists, but at least like several different competitors in the top 8 of any given event bringing Dragon decks, because like Dragon is very, very strong if you can play it well. Like, that's the big thing. Like, there's actually a skill cap to playing Dragon. Now you might not think so, but there is. Like, and this game is going to show you one of these. Like, this game, I literally win it just because, like, I predicted not one but two of my opponent's plays, made him play exactly the way I wanted him to play, and they just got wrecked. Like, there was no coming back from that. Like, I think I only ramped twice too. Yeah, I think I only ramped like twice. So, all right. So, the big thing is your mulligans. So, because I'm going second, and because I know that my opponent has a lot of master points, I know that he's on Neutral Haven. Like, if he had like no master points, I would know that he was on a slower Haven deck, and if that were the case, I would go ahead and keep the fervor, and probably toss back the Ella, just because like Isla's good versus neutral, fervor's good versus slow decks. I also toss back the Dragoon Scyther. Dragoon Scyther, I like it a lot as like a top deck sort of thing. I don't like having it in my hand. I just don't. Like, it's really awkward. It's really awkward to get the value from it unless you're getting the free storm from it. All right. So first thing here, we go ahead and we look to see how many cards my opponent redrew. Like, because he redrew all 3, I now know that his hand is probably not that strong. Now, the other point is to get like early points of interaction. I already have 1, so I have a turn 2 and a turn 3 play. Now I have a turn 4 play as well. I just go and Blazing Breath this. Here, when he plays the Beast Claw, that's actually very, very good for me. The reason why this is so good for me is because if he had played another 2-drop, I would have had to Blazing Breath that. The important thing about this matchup is that, like, you need to stop the Alice chain, the Alice tempo train as soon as possible. Like, it's the same thing as, say, in Tempest of the Gods with Prince Catacombs. If you do not disrupt the turn 2, 3, 4, the turn 2, the turn 3, and then the turn 4 Alice play, you're most likely going to lose that game, unless you do something incredibly dumb, or unless you just like nut ramp them. But as you can see here, I'm not ramping my opponent. Like, I have a 7, a 10, I have 2 7s and a 10 drop in my hand. That's, yeah. However, because he played the Beast Claw, I can now safely play out my Ella. That's actually very, very good for me, because now if I draw a second one, I'll be in a great spot. But here, he plays out the Alice, and now here, I have a few different decisions to make. However, when I draw the second Blazing Breath, I decide that what my play is going to be is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to Evo this Ayla into this. Into this Alice. The reason why is because, yes, I'll have a 4-1. However, remember, people are very, very risk averse to clearing Ayla. So that means that Ayla will as a 4-1 will be able to augment any AoE that I choose to go for if I can draw one off the top, and if he decides to trade into it. However, we know that the best possible play that he can have this turn is to go ahead and to play Marcher's Tea Time. Marcher's Tea Time is very, very strong. However, we also know that because he's risk averse, he's most likely going to clear this in the incorrect way. Now, if he just beam swords That is to say, if he just like if he directs the 3 damage to the Ayala, he's gonna be losing damage. But if he just like if he aims at my face and then trades because he believes me to not have spot removal, or believes me to not have the second Blazing Breath, I'm gonna get him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Evo and just hold my Blazing Breath. The Blazing Breaths have a lot of value in this matchup because like he hasn't played small dudes yet, and I want to be able to kill each and every small dude he plays. I also go ahead and play the Oracle. Now the Oracle here is my insurance that like, oh, if for some reason I'm wrong, then I have the conflict to go ahead and try to correct my mistake. He evos and does exactly what I expected him to do. He aims at my face. That's perfectly fine. I completely understand because that's the correct play. And now here I get Dragon Summoner. Now this Dragon Summoner is also important because I'm gonna go ahead and play Dragon Summoner. I'm gonna get a Sybil off of it. And now you might be saying, but Nandro, like, isn't the play to just like play the Sybil and then just Evo? I don't need to. I don't. Like, I'm at 20 HP. Like, there's no possible way than the following 2 turns they can kill me. I have a comp flag in my hand as well. Like, I don't need to play the Sybil right now. Like, I want to play the Sybil towards the end of the matchup when he doesn't have Evos. Like, because Sybil at 5 HP is actually surprisingly sticky versus these neutral decks. If you can play them after the end of the Evo War, because at the end of the Evo War, Sybil basically reads 5 mana, heal 8, because you get to heal for 3, then they have to trade in 5 damage in order to clear it. Now, generally that's going to be at least 2 to 3 creatures, or it's going to have to be a lion. So again, I'm just going to Blazing Breath. I'm just going to pass. Now I guarantee my opponent must be wondering exactly what it was that I got from that I chose to play nothing. He should know that I got the Sybil, but he might be thinking that I got, like, say, Genesis Dragon or Ouroboros. And here he chooses to go for the Garuda. Again, this is why I helped. This is what I was setting up for. This is exactly what I was waiting for. Like, and he's gonna go ahead and Evo, aim it at my face again, drop me to 9. But this is fine. Why? Because I have the last Blazing Breath and I have the Con Flag to go ahead and clear everything up. I even draw the Breathless Salamander too. So now that I've taken away his board and he's out of Evos, when I play the Sybil next turn, it's going to destroy him. It's actually going to destroy him because, like, unless he can put out multiple creatures this turn, like he does with the Goblin Princess, it's going to blow him out of the game. Now here he goes ham, like. Alright, so the Breathless Salamander would have been good. However, now the play I have to make is to go Sybil. Sorry, not Sybil. Is to go Sahako Zeus. And here I just go ahead and go Sahako Zeus. I go ahead and Evo into the sector, and then lastly for the coup de grace, I go ahead and I just go ahead and Salamander the Goblin Princess. The reason why you Salamander the Goblin Princess is because at 9 HP, Gilgamesh can still kill you. Like, so I want to take away any chance he has of winning because there's nothing that allows him to hit for 7. And here he plays a Goblin King, but the Goblin King's not good enough. It's not. The other thing to note is that, like, these neutral decks, they don't play Dance of Death. The only ones that play Dance of Death are is like neutral, like Burner or whatever. Like, so again, like, he, like, I know and he knows that when I play the Zeus, he has no way of getting through it without sacrificing even more damage. And that there's no point in playing out because he knows that I have the Sybil in my hand as well. Like, because I literally searched for it and then just didn't play it. Like, the entirety of that game was just, you know, one off. Well, I did sort of high roll my opponent and drawing all 3 Blazing Breaths. However, it was just, you know, making sure to hold them for the correct scenarios in order to get the most possible value out of it. Now, if I hadn't gotten all 3 Blazing Breaths, then yes, playing out the Sybil there would have been fine on the turn 7. Like, however, because I had it, like, I had time to choose when to play, and that was important because, like, again, like, when you're playing, you want to be able to play your own game. If you're playing your opponent's game, you're going to lose that game a lot of the time. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think of the psychology in Shadowverse. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you want to learn more? Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you.